This is Solo P1. Well, that's it. That's the race over. What do you think of the race? Do you think it was good? You think it was bad? Do you think it was okay? I want to give you my opinion now, what I think of the race. The best part of that race for me was that race at the end between Sebastian Vettel and Magnussen. What old school skills from Sebastian Vettel. Right at the end of the race, last few corners, they had a little mini battle, Magnussen and Vettel, and it was absolutely amazing. Amazing! That car was all I just saw Vettel, man. He was all over the place. The back end was it was like a go-kart, man. Amazing driving by Sebastian Vettel. It's just a shame that he's not in a better car. And it's a shame that we're going to lose another legend from this sport. And I just got a feeling I don't think Vettel's going to be coming back. I think once Vettel's gone, he's gone. That's it. Not like Ricciardo. Maybe there's a chance of Ricciardo coming back. But I can't see Vettel coming back. I think he's going to concentrate on his family, spend more time with his kids and his wife. And I think he's just a quiet man. He's always been like that, Vettel, really. Doesn't really like his business out there. He's more of a quiet man. So I don't think we even know his name of his kids. I think he keeps that quiet as well. Only a small circle know that. But that's the way he lives his life, and I respect that. And that's it. That's the way I was as well. If I was Vettel and I had a family like that, I think I'd be the same. Why would you want to put your business out there in the papers, let everybody know your business? Why? You wouldn't want that, would you? So, onto the British Grand Prix. Well, onto the USA Grand Prix. It started off with the cost cap again. I'm not going to get into the cost cap today because I've spoke about that all weekend. I'll speak more about the cost cap next week on a Flaming Tarmac. I think it's episode 42 or 43. I'll be talking about that on my Flaming Tarmac, and I'll be putting that out probably Wednesday because I said that we're going to know about Wednesday about the cost cap. Wednesday or Thursday the latest, but I can't really see nothing from it. I think there's going to be a fine for Red Bull. There's rumours that they're going to be taking a bit of aero performance off them, so they won't be able to upgrade the aero as much through next season, but really just going to get a slap on the wrist. Let's face it, it's all orchestrated by the FIA. It's all orchestrated, and it's just the way it is. We can see the way the organisation is. I think we should have an independent organisation. Someone who's not part of the F1 system, an independent organisation who makes these rules up, who set these rules, because the FIA are incompetent. We all know they're incompetent and they're not fit to serve. So, they finally won the Constructors' title, Red Bull. 8 years. Christian Horner was crying at the end of the race today. He was saying that he was so happy that they won the Constructors. Literally in tears. I'm not sure if it was fake tears or he was just doing it to get sympathy from the FIA. I don't know. Either way, I don't really care. But they won the Constructors. World Champions of 2022. This is the one that they really wanted. I know they got Max to get his fake world title, but this title was the one he wanted, because this is where the money is. This is where the prestige is. This is where, when he comes into next season, he'll have the number one first garage, and he'll have obviously the extra money to fund his habit for his car and his whatever. But the cost cap's coming in again. Hopefully they stick to it this time, and we know that Mercedes last season had the minimal wind tunnel time, because wind tunnel time, a lot of people don't really know about this. A lot of people gloss over this. Unless you're in the bubble, unless you know about F1 like moi, unless you know about F1, the wind tunnel time is very, very vital for next season, because when you got the wind tunnel time, that means you can put your car in the wind tunnel and you can test where the car is good on each corner. So it goes in the big tunnel, the big wind, lots of wind, and you can test your aero and where your car is strong in what corner on the straights. You'll know if your car's good on the straights by the wind tunnel time. So last season, because Mercedes won the constructors title, they didn't really have a lot of wind tunnel time. It's really zero wind tunnel time. The teams what capitalized on the wind tunnel time was Ferrari and Red Bull. They brought them rules in a couple of years ago because obviously it's a handicap Mercedes. That's why they brought the wind tunnel time. If you win the constructors, that means you have less wind tunnel time. So basically you're getting punished for being good, but that's okay. But yeah, they won the constructors, and it's been 8 years, like I said. Toto took it on the chin today. They interviewed Lewis at the end, and Lewis said we've progressed a lot this season. He's really happy with the car, and next season when they give him a car what's going to challenge the top guys, he's going to take it straight to the top. I thought at one time Lewis was going to win this race today, but that Red Bull car, it's got too much straight line speed. It's too much. It's not. You can't compete against a car like that. Mercedes, Hamilton was beating them on the corners, but when it got to the straight line speed, it was just too much for the Mercedes. Even when Max Verstappen went into the pits on, I think it was lap 30. Yeah, lap 30 went into the pits, and they had that delay with the putting the tyre on. Even then, when Charles went out in front of him at the pits, even then when Hamilton was 8 seconds in front of Max Verstappen still caught up because that car on the straight is a beast. Because I don't understand how Red Bull can continue to upgrade their car, and the other teams can't. And I just don't understand why it's not being called out. I just do not understand. But we'll see what happens with the FIA's decision next week. But I am not holding my breath one bit. So, Hamilton at the beginning got a good start. I'm just talking about the race now. Race day review. Hamilton got a good start at the beginning, which he always does at USA. This is probably one of his favourite tracks. He's won it 5 times. And today he was going for his 6th time. Russell hit Sainz at the beginning, so he took out Sainz. Russell completely took Sainz out of the game. Russell is very aggressive. Good driver, but sometimes he can be too eager. And he showed his eagerness today. I don't know if it's because he's a rookie. He's not really a rookie in F1, is he? He's been in F1 for 3 or 4 years now. So, but he's still got that hunger in him, the rookie mentality that I'm going to go for everything. You remember at the beginning when Max Verstappen used to just go for everything and crash into everybody. He still does that now, but he done it more when he was younger. That's what Russell reminds of. Don't get me wrong, to me he's a better driver than Max Verstappen, but now and again he makes mistakes, and today he made a mistake. He took Sainz out of the race. He got awarded a 5-second penalty, by the way. And for me, I think that was he got let off. I thought he was going to get a 5 seconds. I thought he was going to get 10 seconds. But he got away with it today. So lap 13, hammer time. Bono came out on the radio, said to Lewis Hamilton, hammer time. Now, hammer time, I haven't heard that hammer time all season. We used to hear that on a regular basis, 2020, 2019, even 2021, 2018. We used to hear that on the regular basis. It's hammer time. We heard it today from Bono. So that was a bit of nostalgic for Mercedes today. As soon as he said that, Hamilton pitted. Before, in the old days, when he used to say hammer time, that was when he used to go, right. There used to be a guy, if he was chasing someone or if he was in front, someone pitted, he would say hammer time to try and get that fast lap before you come in. So basically, come into the pits when he said hammer time. That was lap 13. He came in, put the hard tyres on. Lap 14, Max came in to cover him off. And Russell came in as well. Lap 19, safety car come out. Charles capitalised on this pit, like I said earlier. He came in. He came into the pits, and because basically Charles started off on the medium tyres. This is how it was. He started off on the medium tyres, and then he stayed out. Everybody started pitting, but he stayed out because hopefully he was waiting for a safety car. Because the guy on the radio said to Charles, Plan E, Plan E. I ain't got a clue what plan it is, plan, but he said Plan E. So we waited, he didn't pit, and then he came into the pits, and then at the right time when the safety car come out, so Charles capitalised on the safety car, just like Russell's been doing for the first four races of the season. So Charles comes in, lap 21 safety car ended. Stroll and Alonso at lap 22 had a massive crash. I saw Alonso just glide like he was the DeLorean. Stroll hit him and then his car just rolls up like that. And he started flying. I thought it looked like the Back to the Future car. For you people don't know what the DeLorean is. And Alonso didn't stay there. Alonso, like a warrior, a true warrior, dragged his car back to he didn't literally like drag his car, but he drove back to the pitch, changed his front wing and had a few adjustments. To be fair, when I first saw Alonso get hit by Lance Stroll, I knew Lance Stroll was definitely out the race, but I thought it looks like Alonso was out the race as well. But Alonso, true warrior, never gave up, never turned off his engine. He just continued to spin. You usually get some drivers when they get hit, they start going crazy, started throwing the dummies out the pram, just like Max Verstappen does on a regular basis when it doesn't go his way. But Alonso, true man's man, carried on in his car, back to his pits. Safety car come out. They had enough time to repair his car, and he was back out there. That's what you call a true driver. A true driver, guys and girls. If you want to model yourself after a driver, Alonso's your man. You shut your mouth and you get on with it. Just like Alonso did today. That's why I love him. I know a lot of people don't like Alonso. I know he's controversy, but I do not care. I like him. So, lap 30. Perez and Charles. No, Perez and Charles. That was battling. Perez is in front. Charles come on the radio and said, listen, I can't take this Red Bull. I can't pass this Red Bull. This Red Bull's too fast. Look how fast he is on the straights. So what Charles had to do, he had to use his brain. Because he's a smart fella, Charles Leclerc. One of my favourite drivers. He was my pick to win the title at the beginning of the season, even halfway through the season, but that didn't work out, did it? Somehow steroids was injected into the Red Bull car. So, lap 30. Charles knew he didn't have the straight line speed at Perez. He knew. So what Charles had to do, he had to be clever. He had to make them corners. He made up the time in the corners. He got a good exit on the straight. He got the DRS. Don't know what turn it was. I ain't got a clue what turn it was, but it was on one of the DRS zones. And he late brake Perez. Boom. Took him. Very, very nice. One of the moves of the race. Not as good as the Sebastian Vettel one at the end of the race, but it was still good. So we passed Perez. Perez still had to go. You know Perez. He's not going to give up that easy. He's a savage. He's going to carry on and carry on. But you know what it is. Lap 35, Lewis pits to undercut Max. And remember I said earlier that Max picked at 19 and he got a delay in the pits? No, he didn't get a delay in the pits at lap 19. He got a delay in the pits at lap 35. It wasn't lap 19. You remember I said before that lap 19 that Max Verstappen got delayed in the pits and then Charles jumped him? No, it wasn't. It was lap 35. Lap 35 comes into the pits, Lewis Hamilton, trying to undercut Max. And then Max came into the pits straight after, not long after. And there was 11-second delay. 11 seconds. They couldn't get the tyre on. The tyre gun didn't work. You had one of the Red Bull geeks, one of the engineers, going back saying, come on, give me a safety gun. Finally got the safety gun in there. Charles capitalised on it. He came into the pits not long after Max. Really, Max was supposed to put the tyres on 2.5 seconds. That's what they do, don't they? 2.5 seconds, Red Bull. It's supposed to be 2.5 seconds. But they was in there for 11 seconds. 11. And I thought at this time, when Charles went in front, I thought, you know what? Charles is going to be a buffer for Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton will finally get the front place. And Charles will hold. Eventually, we knew that Max Verstappen was going to pass Charles because that car is far superior than the Ferrari on the straights. But I thought Charles was going to hold up Max just a little bit longer so Lewis can flutter away into the distance. But it didn't really work out that way. Charles tried his best to keep that Red Bull car behind him, but it didn't work. Max finally passed Charles. Charles fought back. He tried his best. And then Max Verstappen was on his journey to chase down Lewis Hamilton. Now, as the race progressed, I thought in my head, maybe Lewis is going to have enough. But again, Lewis tried his best. He reserved his energy. He was storing up energy. He was doing everything he can just to save a little bit of energy on the straights to compete with this Red Bull machine. Because this Red Bull car on the straights is far superior than any car on the grid by far for this year. So he passed Lewis Hamilton, Max. Lewis tried his best to keep Max on the side. Lewis fought as much as he could, but it just wasn't good enough because that Red Bull car is just too fast. And it's funny how Max gave Lewis respect on the track this time. Why couldn't he show that respect last year? Why? He was reckless last year, Max Verstappen, but this year, with wheel tour with Lewis, now he shows him respect. He should have done it last year, man. But anyway, finally he pulled away, and Max Verstappen won the race and the constructors right at the end. The one sort of world champions now for 2022, far as it stands. Nothing's gonna go along with this cost cap, and that's just the way it is. I am so tired, guys. I'm going to be heading off in a minute. I just had to get this review in. Just drop the like, man, if you want. You know where to find me. This is Solo P1. You know where to find me. Hit the sub. I am on iTunes, Solo P1 F1 Podcast. I'm on iTunes, I'm on Stitcher, I'm on Apple Music. I'm on TuneIn. If you want to listen to me in the car, follow, subscribe. Let's get this channel moving. Let's try and get affiliated on this channel. I need more views on my channel. I need more views on my videos. We'll get there all together. I get more views, I get more likes, I get my channel more out there in the algorithm. It's going to happen. It's inevitable it's going to happen. Because I don't quit. I love doing what I do. If you like games, F1 2022, find me on Twitch. I stream on there 3 times a week. Come and hit me up, follow me. All the links are going to be in the description below. You know where to find me. So, this is Solo P1. This is the USA Grand Prix race day review. Everything's going to be on the screen. Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. All the panels above me now. Just click and we're ready to go. So, this is Solo P1 signing out. See you later, guys. See you in 5 days' time in Mexico. Mexico. This is going to be a Mercedes track. No straights, just pure little corners. Pure little corners on this track. It's going to favour Mercedes. So this is Solo P1 signing out. See you later, guys. Bye.